Right off the bat, may I ask you please to silence your cell phones. It really would be best if you turned them off completely. And thank you very much for that cooperation. My name is Jan Jacobson. I'm the Director of Gifted Education, the AP Coordinator, and the Fine Arts Coordinator here in Houston County. I'm very happy to be able to work with our fine arts people and delighted to report that our superintendent and our board members support fine arts in Houston County. We have some special guests with us this evening. In just a moment, I'm going to introduce you to our superintendent. But please know in our audience, we also have Cindy Flesher. She is our Deputy Superintendent of Houston County. We also have among us Dr. Eric Payne. He is our Assistant Superintendent for Teaching and Learning. And then we have Lasagna Frierson, who is our Executive Director of Elementary Operations. I pulled some interesting statistics about the effect of choral singing on student achievement. I'm going to share some of those with you. Did you know 54% of students currently in choir earn A's in English language arts versus 43% of students who have never sung in a choir? And that 47% of choir students earn A's in math versus 38% of non-choir students. 90% of educators agree that singing in choir enhances student creativity. 93% of educators say that singing in choir makes students better participants in other groups. 94% of educators in schools with ethnically diverse populations agree that choir can give some students, many students, a reason to stay engaged in school who might otherwise be lost. Can we hear it for chorus and choir? It's just good for us, it's good for us physically and for our mental well-being, and it's just fun. Today I'm very happy to announce that we have 5 new middle school chorus directors with us, and this will be their first time presenting. And we have a very special guest conductor, and he was a former Northside High School choral director, and he is currently a Houston County Board of Education member. He's going to work with our 2 groups, the Armed Forces Salute and with our Real Men Sing, and that is Dr. Rick Unruh, and he'll be introduced up here in just a moment. 2 more little items. How cool is that catchy tune? Hashtag Real Men Sing. This was an idea that came from grassroots here in Houston County by the chorus directors in high school. They said, we need more male voices. How about if we recruit and talk about it and show how cool it is to be a member of the chorus? And that's how it started. And we're going to hear a special presentation by them today. And finally, last but not least, if you did not receive a program, or even if you did, please visit our Facebook at the Houston County Board of Education Fine Arts page. That's Facebook, Houston County Board of Education Fine Arts. You'll see some pictures up there, you'll see some videos. It might take a day or two, and you'll also see the program from tonight. So without further ado, please let me give us a warm welcome to our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Mark Scott.
On behalf of the board, I welcome everyone here tonight. We really appreciate all the hard work and preparation that goes into having a performance like we're going to have tonight. And a special thank you to our choral directors. Let's give them another round of applause. I know that you didn't come to hear me talk, but I did want to mention just a few things. I'm very proud of the fact that our board this past year during our budget cycle approved 2 additional chorus instructors for the middle school which means that we now have choral programs in every middle school and every high school in Houston County. And then finally, students, I want to give you a little lesson in how you conduct yourself. The next person that I'm going to introduce is Dr. Unruh, and he is one of our board members. And Dr. Unruh and I worked together. I was his supervisor, and now he's my supervisor. And so you have to be careful how you treat people. But Dr. Unruh has been a champion for the fine arts programs in Houston County ever since he was a fine arts person. And since he's been on the board, he's been a champion for our fine arts program. And he is really the reason. He was relentless in sitting in my office and having conversations about the impact that the middle school programs have on our high school programs. And so he's been a champion all along, great person to work with, and I'm really excited about seeing what he can do tonight. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce Dr. Unruh.
Well, it is great to be here, and it is an honor to be asked to participate. And I want to just share a few thoughts. I won't keep us long because we want to hear the music, don't we? But we're here to celebrate choral music tonight. And the music we hear tonight is just going to be just a representation of what's happening in our schools every day. We've had a long history of strong music programs in the elementary school. I think that's gone unbroken since I started teaching here. But we did go through a period of time where we didn't have a program in every one of our secondary schools. But this year, we're celebrating that all our middle school and high school students have choral music programs. All the schools have them. No longer is access to singing instruction limited to where you live or what grade you're in. And I think that's I want to thank Dr. Mark Scott for making this happen. A little over 2 years ago, he made a priority for that all our schools would have choral music. And we saw a big increase last year in our Choral Extravaganza. And this year, as Dr. Scott already alluded, he found funding and we approved it, the board approved, so that there is a choral teacher in every school. And so all students have the opportunity to sing every day within their school schedule. This was a decision that was long coming, in my opinion, and I am so glad that it's here. I think everyone here recognizes the benefits of these choral classes. I don't have to do a sales job on you. You experience it all every day. Parents, you know what a joy it is to have your children sing. They vocalize in other ways, and when they sing, they're not doing that. So it's a good thing when they're singing. But I would like to associate just a couple of the current buzzwords or phrases that we hear in education to choral music. The first is formative assessment. And that's the process where we find out where students are, and then we use the data to move them on to mastery. Well, I want to tell you that long before I ever knew that word, choral teachers were engaging in formative assessment every time they stood in front of their students, because they hear and they listen, and then they give feedback immediately to improve the accuracy, the sound, and the overall effect. This occurs daily. Every period there's a class in all of our music classrooms every day, and I'm proud of that. The other phrase is the motto that's used in our county a lot, and that is, all means all. In no other profession is this more true. The goal of the music teacher is that every student is going to be singing every note with absolute accuracy and with excellent tone. A grade of 90, getting 90%, doesn't make it. You wouldn't be real thrilled with that performance. It's just not there. But there's not a music teacher here that backs away from that goal. They work tirelessly to achieve that goal, and it's accomplished by moving every student to mastery. So let's give those choral teachers another round of applause, please. And we'll be doing this a lot tonight, but let's give those students a round of applause as well. This time, Veterans High School, here we go, the ROTC. Oh, and somebody else is going to announce this, I'll be quiet.
Please welcome the Veterans High School ROTC to present colors. Please stand for the national anthem and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under